FedEx Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And
he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds an open man. It's Brent. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. There he goes, right side. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he stopped immediately there. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Eagles are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Watson. Rager catches it left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 81 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Sanders.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Third and 2, Watson. Flush to his right. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Watson now to throw. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Eagles on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be third and 15. Watson looks to throw again. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. After the interception, here's Watson. That swung out wide to Sanders. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. This is Smith with a grab. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Watson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard, as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And some space here. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 79 yards. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28 to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. 2nd guy in. Tackle the ball.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
2nd and 5. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Another run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell.
And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that.
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Logan Thomas
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And Washington has made this a one-score game.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun on third, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Eagles on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Looking to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So a chance to give his guys a second-half lead there, but it goes by the wayside.
And, Brandon, that's the worst sound in the world for an NFL kicker. Gong!
That was good. Do that again.
Gong!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
They'll run with Sanders. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Sanders, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Watson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. To throw is Watson. Escape, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 52's
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Second and goal from inside the 5. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. He's got McLaurin. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here. The quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center. Because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down. And that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Eagles, they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.